Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Dietz, coming to you from lovely Burbank, California. I am a screenwriter, an artist, occasional actor, and I also have a YouTube channel which is called This Monstrous Life. I'm also a long time, as far back as I can remember, fan of the movie you're going to be watching today. I welcome everybody to the Electric Film Series screening of Planet of the Apes. One of my favorite movies of all time, in my top three, in fact. So I've seen it about 50 times probably, and it's a movie that every time I watch it, I find something new in it, some little detail or something that I had missed previously. It's a beautiful film, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it and give you just a little background on it if you're not aware. So the film is based very, very loosely on the novel by Pierre Boulet called Monkey Planet. And 20th Century Fox and Arthur P. Jacobs, the producer, managed to get the rights to the book. Now, what happened then is they realized that shooting the book into a movie was going to be problematic in a lot of ways. And Charlton Heston found out about the project and decided to be a champion of it. And so he really helped Arthur P. Jacobs kind of put the film together and urged the studio to put the right amount of money into it to make it a really great film. Originally, it was going to be Charlton Heston in the lead and Edward G. Robinson as Dr. Zaius. And they even shot some footage with Edward G. Robinson in some very rudimentary makeup. And also featured, by the way, James Brolin and Linda Harrison as Cornelius and Zira. And Linda Harrison, of course, went on to play Nova in the final film. But Edward G. Robinson had a problem with the makeup. He didn't want to wear it. He didn't feel comfortable in it. So eventually, the part went to Morris Evans, and the part of Cornelius went to Roddy McDowall. The part of Zero went to Kim Hunter. The original story, the apes, were actually much higher developed. They had cars, they had airplanes, etc. And in fact, Rod Serling's take on the script, which was one of the first scripts, had all that in there. Had helicopters and everything was on a much more modern level. But Arthur P. Jacobs decided to tone it down a little bit and make it more like something that you could believe that apes would be living in. So they got William Creeber to create these fantastic sets. They're just so cool looking. The apes ride on horses, not cars, but they are intelligent. And what happens is that Charlton Heston, playing Colonel Taylor, and his crew land on this planet, and before long they discover that on this planet humans are mute, apes are intelligent. It's not a movie about monkeys. It is not a movie about apes. It's a movie about a man, that's Charlton Heston's character, who is so fed up with the world he's living in, he decides to leave because he believes that there's something better out there. And there's a great irony in the story, in this character arc, because he ends up defending the very thing that he left. And then, of course, there's a very ironic ending. I imagine that most of you know what the ending is, because you'd have to be living under a rock for the last 50 years to not know the very, very famous ending, one of the greatest endings of movies of all time. And so, look, I hope you love this movie as much as I do. It's a great film. It is one of the greatest science fiction films ever made. The music is incredible. Jerry Goldsmith's score is unique. He utilizes things like a ram's horn in the hunt sequence. Very, very innovative stuff. And the direction by Franklin Schaffner is tight, and everything's great. And the makeup, oh yes. The makeup by John Chambers won an Oscar because he utilized foam latex appliances like this, which hadn't been done a whole lot back then. So he won an Oscar. And the film is, of course, a classic. It spawned, let's see, 4 original sequels, a television series that lasted 1 season, a Tim Burton remake, and 4 newer versions of the Planet of the Apes. So it started out a huge, huge legacy. So please enjoy it. And listen, I hope that you enjoy the show, and I hope that I'll get to see some of you at Horror Fest International Film Festival in September. All right? I'll look forward to seeing you guys there. Have fun. Enjoy the movie. Beware the Beast Man.